What's going on, my Second Amendment family? Welcome to another episode of DNA Shots Fired, where if you ain't shooting your shot, you ain't got a shot. So real quick, before we dive into this video, if you are a staunch proponent of the Second Amendment and you believe in our constitutional right to keep and bear arms, go ahead and smash down on that like and subscribe button. Show these crooked politicians and these lawmakers that we will not stand for anyone infringing upon our constitutional right to keep and bear arms. So this public service announcement I have for you all today is especially for new gun owners. So if you're someone who is in the market and purchasing your very first firearm, or you've already purchased your very first firearm and you can't wait to do that unboxing and get to the range and get some shots on target, this is especially for you, but this message applies to everyone. And it's about developing the subconscious mind routinely and repetitiously to the fact that we should always do a safety check of our firearms before we handle them. And so when I pick up this particular firearm, or any firearm for that matter, this gun is loaded, even when it's not, family, because we want to develop in our subconscious mind when we pick up that gun to be safe at all times before we get to pushing and pressing on triggers. We don't want to have an accidental discharge and end up hurting a family member, a pet, or even ourselves. So we just slide the slide open, make sure there's no live rounds in the chamber. The magazine is empty. And so now we know that this gun is safe for handling. And that's any time we handle a firearm. I remember when I got my very first firearm, I was watching a video and a gentleman was reviewing the particular firearm that I purchased. And he was doing a lot of demonstrating of how the trigger operated. And I remember saying to myself, don't all triggers operate the same? And I found out pretty darn quickly that not all triggers are the same. You know, you have different lengths of take up before you get to the wall, and then the break before your gun fires, all of those things. And that's to help you learn how your trigger operates so that you can be more accurate and proficient when you start getting shots, getting shots down range and on target. And so before you start pressing and pushing on your trigger, you want to make sure that it is safe to handle. And we always want to point our gun in a safe direction when we're pressing the trigger. So before we put our finger on that trigger, we want to make sure that we're ready to shoot that gun. Even when it's unloaded, we want to develop in the subconscious mind to always be safe, do things in a safe way. And, you don't ever want to point the gun at yourself, even if you know it's unloaded, and pull the trigger. Okay. That's just safety 101, family. And so for you new gun owners, we want to welcome you to the community, and we want you to be a part of this community for an extremely long time, because it's so important to us gun enthusiasts that the more people out there that are practicing safe, the better. So I won't take up too much more of your time, family. I just wanted to put that message out there for us gun owners, and for y'all to be safe and always shoot your shot. So peace and love, family.